Hey everybody, how you doing? Just making a quick video here. I don't want to take a lot of time to do this because I have other things that I need to do, but it's something that needs to be documented, and just thought I would share with everyone as I'm in the process of documenting being a targeted individual and all of the different incidents that I experience. And yeah, so anyway, this morning, well, right afternoon, just a little bit afternoon, I had trouble sleeping last night, having some weird dreams, and slept in a little bit today. And just afternoon, we hear a pop. So we come downstairs, and the sliding glass door is shattered. And after some further investigation, noticed that there was a hole in the door and through the mini blinds, through the blinds, the vertical blinds on the door. And there's a dent in our refrigerator and a bullet laying on the ground over next to the refrigerator. So I'm just sitting here right now waiting for the guy to show back up with the sliding glass door to replace it. See, we got a big yeah, it's gone, no door. So the following video is the initial video I took on my phone to show the evidence of the bullet going through the window. And there were some other interesting things in this targeting thing. A lot of different things are signaled to you to either let you know what's going on, who did certain things to you, or to point you in the wrong direction and make you think that it was somebody else. So the signaling in this one was kind of interesting. I've been talking about my ex-wife quite a bit to my girlfriend and to a friend that's actually visiting from out of town right now. And we've just been talking and investigating, sharing QAnon with our friend, and figuring out some things that we need to do to make things better in this world and stop some of this corruption. And my ex-wife came up in the conversation, and so long story short, when I go out the front door right after this whole situation, I go out the front door and there's a package on my front door, and the letters, real big capital letters on the package, are JM9, and that is actually, without the 9, just the JM is actually my ex-wife's initials. And that bullet that went through the door is from a 9mm. And then not long after that, an account responded to this video that I put on Twitter that the name was Gunnin' Girl, and it was a picture of their avatar is a picture of like red lipstick lips, and it's holding a spent shell between the teeth, and there's smoke coming out from the shell. So Gunnin' Girl, GG, that actually was my ex-wife's nickname. So it's either an astronomical coincidence that those things happened in sequence, or somebody's trying to let me know that she's responsible for doing this somehow, or trying to make me think that she's doing this. You know, it's a psychological operation. It's meant to get your mind going all the time, and to think certain people are after you that maybe aren't, or to just basically do things to you to harm you, or to put you in fear and put it in your face. Like, you know, there's nothing you can do about it. So those are the different details of this particular event that occurred today. And yeah, that's it. So watch this video, and this is just for documentation, just to do my due diligence, and to show people that targeted individuals, you know, they aren't making this stuff up. They aren't delusional or schizophrenic. They're going through a psychological operation, no touch torture, things to put you in fear, you know, threaten you, control you, manipulate you. I guess that's kind of redundant, same thing. And strip your assets, take your money away from me. It's going to cost me $400 to fix this door, if not more. And that just happened to be right after I purchased a storage unit. Last week, I made a little bit of extra money where I was going to be able to pay the bill. I might be short on the bills now, I'm not sure. I'm behind on some other payments, so I was getting kind of in a good position where I could catch up with these bills, and a bullet flies through my window. That's going to take away $400, so I already checked with the property management company. They won't pay for it. I'm going to be responsible for it. Oh, sounds like Willis heard somebody here, so maybe it's the guy to fix the door, hopefully. Alright, watch this video. Okay, here's another video. So, at just about a little after 12, no, it's about 12:20, do you know? About 12:20?
Yeah, about 12:20.
Okay, so about 12:20, we heard a noise, came downstairs, found that the sliding glass door is shattered. There is a hole through the blinds and through the window. So we've got like a downward trajectory of this projectile, and it went through the window and these blinds right through there. So that looked like a bullet to me, so we decided to look around the house, moved all the chairs here, looked for a hole in the fridge over here, in the door. I couldn't find anything. I looked under the refrigerator and I noticed that right there, no, Willis is gonna come over here, yeah. Right here, there's a dent in the bottom of the refrigerator, and it looks like the back end of the bullet hit right there. So it bounced on the ground, hit sideways, bounced off that, probably bounced off of this right here, and ended up right here. Oh, and there's a little bug crawling around there. Look out, bug. So somebody shot through our back window. So, bullet here, window here. Got the post office down here delivering. And this is what our back window looks like right now. With the there's the impact and the hole in the blinds.
Yeah, they can't even hold your security.
I'm recording.
H&H Management, this is Jean. May I help you?
Gene, how you doing? This is Michael Barton.
Hi.
Hey, I called, I don't know who I talked to earlier. They didn't state their name when they answered the phone, but we had a bullet go through our back sliding glass window this morning, right about noon.
Okay.
And there's glass everywhere in the kitchen. I found the bullet. There's a hole in the blinds here. And she told me that any glass breakage in the house is not covered by the contract.
Correct. Your lease states you're responsible for any glass breakage for any reason.
Okay, doesn't it also state that the property management company is responsible to keep the house habitable?
back in, but we'll charge it to your account. So it states that, that's our responsibility. We can have the glass man come out and put it, but we will charge you whatever the bill is to your account because you're responsible for any blood glass breakage.
Okay. Well, let me just read this real quick. It says, tenants' rights in Arizona, much like landlords have a right to get paid for the service they provide, tenants have the right to get what they pay for, a suitable place to reside in Avondale, Arizona. All residential rental agreements can carry an implied warranty of habitability. This means that landlord implicitly guarantees that any residence he or she rents will be fit for human habitation in general. At any unit will be automatically deemed uninhabitable if it lacks running water, electricity, heat, and acceptable protection from the elements. So if we don't have a door we're not protected from the elements. There are various...
Yeah, but also the Landlord-Tenant Act for the state of Arizona states that anything written in the lease is an agreement between what you signed and we signed, and you agreed to that, so you are responsible for the broken glass.
Wow. Okay.
So,
What is...
We have no way of knowing, why it happened and stuff, and so it's just a blanket policy on our lease that all glass is the tenant's responsibility. So I can order our glass man to come out and see, or you can get your own bids and stuff and see what it's going to cost to fix it. But that would be your responsibility. Okay? So what do you want to do?
Well, I'm not sure. The wheels are turning right now. I'm trying to figure out what my best option is. What does...
Okay.
I'm going to ask you a question. What does the...
Sure.
What's the cost to replace this slider?
I don't know. It depends on what kind of door it is and how big it is. Until he comes out and measures it and does and see what it is, then I don't know what it will cost. It'll probably be somewhere between $300 and $400 for an Arcadia door normally, but it depends if it's dual pane, how big it is, a lot of things.
Okay, yeah, it's dual pane. What's an Arcadia door? Arcadia? What's that?
Arcadia door or sliding glass door? Either one.
Oh, okay. So it's dual.
Is it the standard or the slider?
It's a slider.
Okay, the slider part was broken. Okay. And sometimes that's easier to fix because they can pull it out and do it and put it back. So.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
I'll call you back in a minute. All right.
All right. Sounds good. Bye-bye.
Man, she seemed so concerned for our safety. Was anybody hurt? You guys okay? What's going on? All right. So bullet through the back window. Okay, everybody. So here is what my door looks like currently. The sliding glass door repairman came by, and apparently they didn't have the right size glass for this, even though I gave him the dimensions. I tried to give him the dimensions 3 times before he showed up so he could get the correct size. Then he showed up, took the door out, tried to put a piece of glass in it, I guess, and it didn't fit. Imagine that. So now I have a piece of wood here for my door, and they say they can't get to it until next week or something like that. So now, several people on the Twitter video that I did asked me or told me, call the police, have them come out. Or asked, why didn't you call the police? So if you've been listening to my YouTube channel, watching my videos, and hearing me explain how these intricate setups are done, that's something I had to keep in mind, because the police department that I would be calling is the same police department that was complicit in taking part in setting me up on January 4th of 2018, where I ended up with a felony. And these setups are very intricate. There's many steps to them. And when I was arrested and became a felon, I had to take my firearms down to the local gun shop and have them stored. I actually had to pay a private investigator to come to my house, load them up so I didn't even touch them, and then follow me down to the gun store to put those in storage. Well, the court case took 1 year and 8 months, and it wouldn't have been worth the value of those firearms to pay that monthly fee for that long. So I just went ahead and let them go. That place has an auction house, so they most likely auctioned off my firearms. I never received any type of notification saying that that's what transpired. So the last I know, that place has my firearms. There is a small chance that somehow this bullet right here, I'm just gonna pick it up, I don't care, I'm not reporting this or anything. This is from a 9mm. Could have been from one of the firearms that I owned, and they used that to pull this off. Not saying it was, just a chance. And then if the police were to come here and investigate this, take that bullet and put it into the FBI database, there's something in every gun in the barrel called rifling, and it's kind of like a fingerprint, so they can match that bullet up with the firearm that it came from. Now, if they happen to use one of my previously owned firearms to do this, what would it make me look like? It made me look like Juicy Smollett, and I'm not about to find out if that was the case. So instead, I'm just documenting this whole thing, gonna take care of it, pay for the window, and move on. So that's what happened today, and I'll just keep documenting anytime something like this happens for posterity. There's no way, it's not statistically possible for this many things to happen to one person over such a long period of time. It's impossible. So I'll keep documenting.